Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Snowrunner. In today's video, it's just be a little simple thing really. Just going to be doing a few deliveries here and there, hopefully some big hauls without tipping. But if you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, let's get stuck in. So I think, to start myself off with, I'm going to do the metal rolls for this, pure and simply because it's the most demanding, most furthest away. But yeah, let's get going. I mean, the one main thing I do like about this game is the physics. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, from a standpoint of a trucking game, especially on consoles, I mean, it blows pretty much everything out of the park in terms of just what you can do, really. But let's have a look. So we need to find ourselves a 6-slot trailer. Current state at the moment, I know that the mod browser is a little bit limited due to the recent update. This is on the PS5, so yeah, mods are a little bit limited at the moment, which I'm sure they're going to sort out eventually. You know, the creators obviously just need to update their mods, but as for now, we will do with what we got. It's not like I have a choice, but yeah, so we need a 6-slot trailer. I'm thinking that all of the trailers that I've actually got on at the moment, some of the big ones I need a saddle high, so recover back to the garage a moment. Yeah, this truck, I'm not usually one to use mods, but this truck is definitely a powerhouse when it comes in terms of off-roading mud. There we go. Right, so we've got some better luck now. But no, I'm planning on starting up a few more videos. You know, I'm going to be covering various bits and pieces, not just Snowrunner, but obviously other sim-related games too. I also play a little bit of Hell Let Loose and all that sort of stuff, first-person shooters. So if you're interested in that, obviously subscribe, hang about, and yeah, there's plenty more to come. I swear it just said that I needed to use saddle high. I put saddle high on it, now it wants me to go saddle low. Logical. Okay. Or did I not select saddle low? No, I didn't select saddle low. Oh, you can tell what sort of day it's going to be today. Doesn't really fill me with much confidence. But no, if there's anything that you guys want to know, any information regarding this game, like if you're just starting out new, there's a few various tips and tricks. You know, one being that if it looks like a shortcut, the chances are it probably isn't. So I'll obviously take that into account. There we go. Right, let's get this show on the road. Change the time. Like a good afternoon. There we are. Right. If you're a controller user, you definitely get a different feel, different experience using a wheel. I'd highly recommend using a wheel. Baseline wheels are, I mean, they're relatively cheap anyway, but You know, I currently use the G29 Logitech, so, but I will be upgrading in the future. But for the moment, I think with the current state of, you know, sim games on consoles, yeah, this will do for now, I think. One thing I do appreciate of this game is the smoke. More smoke, the better, in my opinion. But no, in regards to the latest update, like I said, I haven't actually managed to take a look at it. So far, I've heard, well, to say I haven't really heard many positive things about it, but I like to dabble myself, figure things out for myself. It's easy to be swayed, you know, the opinions of others, so, you know, I like to just sink my teeth in and get my own opinion. It'd be really cool. I mean, I think the one thing this game's missing is in-game radio, I think. You know, I think that would be decent. But then I suppose there's nothing stopping you using your Spotify or anything like that. But no, I think the idea for today is just to do a few deliveries. Hope that I don't tip or wrap myself around a tree. Common issue. No, I will be live streaming a few games this week. As to what, I'm not entirely sure. Don't really like to go with a schedule. I like to mix it up a little bit of a variety. Like I say, I'm into my simulation games quite a bit, so there'll be lots and lots of that. But I also dabble in the first-person shooter areas and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be plenty to look at, plenty to choose from. They never make these areas easy to navigate. I suppose I appreciate the challenge of that. You know, why they put large trailers in, I think it's a trick, you know, to get you to try and do it all at once and watch you suffer as you do it. But down in the comments section, I mean, I would really like to hear you guys' opinion and stuff on your favourite trucks, you know, what you like to use the most. Scout vehicles especially. I don't think scout vehicles get a lot of love on this game. Some of the modded vehicles are quite nice, but I think that the baseline scout vehicles, they're underappreciated in my opinion. Because there are some pretty decent looking trucks. I just feel their support add-ons and stuff, it's just I don't know, it's a little bit subpar. It would be really nice to see them rework some of the add-ons for these scout vehicles, like tow hitches and things for little scout trailers and stuff like that. Because on some of these maps you'll find that you know, the height, the clearance of some areas, or the gaps that they try and get you through, it can be very frustrating sometimes, especially if you know, you've come in with your favourite truck and it don't fit, you know, which is a common issue I come across quite a lot. That's what she said. But no, yesterday I I started the section A for the paper factory. I did record it, but my save file corrupted, so yeah, it was a tad bit annoying because I spent a long time on it, but we're here back today and continuing on with section B. I mean, we can't complain, can we? This 60 frames PS5 update is, I mean, it wasn't, I kind of expected a little bit more, but to be honest, the game is beautiful as it is. Visually, even the PS4 version puts other titles to shame. Really shows you, you know, the capability if you use the right engine and you have the right team and you actually put a little bit of time and care into these things, you can really make something quite spectacular. Snowrunner especially, I mean, you know, it's probably the best, or it is the best trucking sim, simply down to the physics and the maps. I mean, you can't go wrong. Anybody that's thinking about purchasing the game, the year 1 and year 2 passes, I'd highly recommend that. I've only just bought the year 2 pass recently myself, but so far, I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You know, for the price, you definitely get the content, and obviously you get the trucks, new trucks, the locations and things. So it definitely widens your arsenal, you know, as they say. But yeah, overall, I think it's all right. I mean, we can't expect too much. But yeah, trucking in general, I mean, we shall see the state of it, because I mean, we've got Alaskan truck coming soon, and you know, that sort of stuff. I mean, everyone compares Euro truck and stuff, bring it to consoles, and I completely agree. I didn't mean to do that. Personally, I just don't think that'll ever happen, but we shall see. We shall see. Back and forth, back and forth. I mean, just look at the scenery. Absolutely stunning. I mean, they do a really, really good job. Really good job. Wow. You know, it's so easy to get wrapped up and warped into actually what you're doing. Sometimes it's just nice to sit and appreciate the game, the scenery, and actually look at the time that's spent. Okay. But this isn't going to be a long video today, guys. I'm just getting back into the swing of making videos. I haven't got a scheduled date as of yet, planning wise, with the days that I'm going to be uploading, but I'm sure when it comes to it and I get things dialed in, I'll probably upload a couple of times a day, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, and then I think on the weekends I'm going to try and throw in a few live streams. So if anybody's interested in obviously joining in a multiplayer stream, we can definitely do that. Help each other out. I think it would be pretty decent. Alongside with other games, obviously, like Farming Sim 22. That's a big game on my list at the moment. Could make a multiplayer session for that. So there's plenty of stuff to come. I know that the YouTube platform is kind of oversaturated at the moment with, you know, simulation games and streamers and stuff, but here I'm just, you know, laid back, easy going, you know, no hassle, as they say. Yeah, and just have fun. I want to try and include and build a community for like-minded trucking and simulation enthusiasts. I think it could be quite fun. I think we could make a thing of it. But small steps at a time. See how that goes. But for now, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy some good old trucking. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys, I'm sure most of you do, but if you play with a wheel, I mean, when I first started this game, I was completely shocked because I turned the force feedback settings up all the way, and yeah, my wheel basically tried to go out the window. So just be warned for those that obviously don't play with a wheel or plan on getting one. But yeah, it can definitely make or break this game 100%. Nice and easy, does it? But no, this truck that I've been using, it is a modded vehicle, but it's not over modded to the point of where it screams in your face. I find that a lot of these modded trucks, I mean, a little bit of advice, especially for a new player, is I would try and get used to the base game trucks and unlock their upgrades and stuff before jumping onto a clean map with a modded vehicle. The only reason why I say that is because some of these trucks put so much power out that you basically dig yourself a nice little trench, you destroy your map, and then when you try and actually pull a stock vehicle through that, you'll find that it's far harder because you've destroyed the landscape so much. And obviously, you know as well as I do that the terrain, once it's damaged, it stays. So, which is an awesome feature. Don't get me wrong, but if you're using something that has far too much power, you're basically setting yourself up to fail. That's that. Oh, wasn't a bad little trip. Stop engine. Right. So we need 12 bricks, 4 cement, and 4 concrete slabs. Now, where are the concrete slabs? There's none there. Concrete slabs, there we go. Oh, it's not too far away. It's quite a nice little trip. Just plumes of smoke. The way we like it. I recently tried out the Mega Cab Runner. I think it's the Mega Cab Runner 3. That thing is an absolute monster when it comes to scouting, especially with the obviously the new features of activating the radar now. It's a fairly decent truck, especially if you want to just try and clear your maps out as quickly as you can, getting your upgrade parts and your watchtowers and that kind of stuff. It's definitely It's definitely worth using, can't complain. I think the only thing that, well, the only thing I could complain about is that it doesn't have an offline winch. Yeah, so yeah, offline winches. I mean, if you're going exploring or trailing or something like that, I would recommend put one on your truck, because if the engine stalls, you can recover yourself. The amount of times that I've gone out without installing that and then tipping and paying the consequences, you just save yourself so much time. Let's change it to afternoon. There we go. I think I'm gonna pop in and get some fuel. There we are. But yeah, if there's any games which you guys want to see, please let me know, and I will try and cater for people as much as I can. The main games which I'm going to be focusing on at the moment is Snowrunner and a few other sim games. I've just recently started playing Green Hell. I like my survival games, but that's on another level, that game. Massive learning curve, but if you're into your survival games, Green Hell I would highly recommend, if you appreciate the challenge at least. I mean, for the most part, you will end up dying a lot, but you know, I guess that's a common trend these days with games, especially with you Elden Ring players, you Dark Souls fans. You know, personally, I've never actually played a game like that. Maybe I'll give it a go at some point, depending, you know, if that's the sort of stuff that you guys want to see. But right now with Snowrunner, I want to at least keep some of my sanity. You know, I mean, it's just one of those things. Trouble at all. Right, we need some concrete slabs. See, it's a damn shame that this trailer didn't have 2 extra slots with it. Otherwise, we'd be able just to do it in one single trip. And I think a lot of the trailers in this game are designed that way. That's the way that it feels anyway. I know that you can get some modded trailers which handle and hold silly amounts of cargo, but you all know you've also got to take into account the terrain and the routes. If you know the map well enough, then by all means, but I think just starting out, I think it's more advisable just to use a small maneuverable setup, a decent maneuverable setup, which you that doesn't fight you, because getting stuck with some of these big semi-trailers can be a bit of a pain. especially when the wheels get wrapped or they clip into the telephone poles and stuff. I mean, that can really make or break your day. And then when they tip, you know, it's you know, headbutt the wall moment. Stick it to low gear. Should leave it here. Make a little bridge. I did see that there was a mod for bridges, a little bridge trailer. Personally, I think by the time you set it all up, excuse me, by the time you set it all up, you may as well have just done it the normal way anyway. It still baffles me to this very day how we can get a game that looks and runs like this, but you compare it to something like On the Road, for example. Now, I know that, you know, they're two different games, but essentially they're both trucking games, and how one version, you know, can have wheel support and one can't, it doesn't really make much sense to me. Yeah, I would definitely read into it a little bit more, do a little bit due diligence, like, before you buy the game. But that's enough of that. But one thing I really wish they would sort out with this game is the damage. Now, sometimes you can inflict so much damage onto these trucks just by doing the smallest of things, especially those little traffic cones and the little roadblock signs. I mean, I run one over the other day, and it inflicted like 80 something damage to my suspension. And I was thinking to myself, hold on, you know, I mean, it wouldn't do that in the real world. So there are some elements to the game which, you know, could do with a little bit of polishing. But for what it is, I mean, you can't complain too much. You know, the content that we have for this game is, well, it's fantastic. You know, some of the maps are a bit tedious. The first 3 maps that you get are hands down my favourite, and I think that's just simply down to not having to craft the materials in order to be able to load them. It adds I know it adds, you know, the challenge, if you want to call it that. But for now, I think it's just getting a little bit silly in some areas. I'll get that. Try something else. I try and get myself into a habit of, even though I don't need a scout trailer at the moment, I always tend to find that, you know, I run into a point where I do, and instead of having to come back and forth, I just try and prepare as much as I can in advance. It saves so much time. Oh. Well, we didn't need that fence anyway. No, I wish there was more. I wish there was more trucking games like this. I mean, it would be really cool if they made an actual trucking game, a bit like ETS. I think that they would do an excellent job for consoles especially. Because there's definitely a market for it. It's just surprising that no one's really filling that space. But as time goes on, I'm sure that you know, the market for simulation games, well, it's on the rise at the moment, so it should be some quite exciting times in the next couple of years. In regards to obviously the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, take me the wrong way, they are still very powerful consoles, and some of the updates which these gaming companies are introducing, there's no reason why they can't incorporate them for the old gen consoles. But I guess that's the way it is, turn of the times, you know, you gotta buy into it. I mean, I've still got my day one PS4, and that's still going strong. And then, you know, for games like God of War, you know, admittedly I could probably cook an egg on the top of my PS4 when it's playing that, but you know, it still does it. It's still visually stunning. I mean, we can't complain. Until obviously your PlayStation decides, you know, it wants to take off one day, but you know, that's just something you got to look out for. Didn't realise I was driving a barge. Certainly feels that way sometimes, I must admit. Oh, turn in circle. But another, speaking of revisiting games, I originally bought No Man's Sky day one, and to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed. I actually played it for about 10-15 minutes and that was the end of it. But I recently picked it up again for the PS5, and I'm absolutely blown away by what they've managed to achieve. And I know some people think that it should have been that way day one, but I mean, from what it was back then to what it is now, you know, I'm absolutely blown away. I mean, for simulation, space travel, I mean, I think the closest thing that I played was Elite Dangerous, but I think in terms of updates and, you know, the longevity of No Man's Sky, I think that wins hands down. Like I said, it's no strict platform or genre. I'm going to be covering a lot of different genres, and if any of them like pique your interest and you wanna join in, you know, you guys are more than welcome to. You know, more the merrier. You know, I just feel that at the moment there's a lot of channels which don't really interact with their audience, and my main goal, you know, as a long time gamer, is that I always find that you have lots and lots of people that want to game with you, but when it actually comes to it, nobody ever actually does. And if I can facilitate a space for everybody, you know, like-minded people, to come in, mess about, form friendships, you know, get a gaming buddy, you know, then it's worth it, isn't it, as far as I'm concerned? No matter what you play. You know, I mean, I'm sure that most of you, you know, back in the day, you probably had about 10, 15 people to chat to, and now you've got maybe one, you know, and some people, you know, maybe none. You know, and it's a shame because gaming is, you know, gaming is just a lot of fun. It definitely breaks things up from your day-to-day life, and for me, it's more of an escape. In terms of, you know, just getting on with things. But I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Like I said, if you want to see some more trucking, SnowRunner, other sim games along the way, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to, you know, drop your suggestions, your opinions down below. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching the video, and take care, guys. Have a good one.